Does the ESG backlash that we're seeing in the US and other parts of the world mean the end to ESG? I don't agree with that analysis, and I think you've got to look at what's been happening. And a good example is if you in the US, there's a person called Robbie Starbuck who has been attacking companies about their diversity, equity, and inclusion policies and putting a lot of public pressure on them to pull back. Two of those companies, and there's probably around 20 companies in total, but two of those companies are Harley, Davidson and John Deere, and they've come out and said, yep, we're pulling right back. We've no longer got the senior executive role of diversity, a DEI person. We're not doing it anymore. And I had to think about that, because if you've got a really good DEI policy, it means, and it's implemented well, that the measurements are going back to the senior leadership and the board to measure its effectiveness, you would have lower turnover of staff. You would have a greater retention of your staff. You would have improved productivity from your staff. And you'd probably be able to attract the best and the brightest to your business. And so what does that mean? It means a greater bottom line. And so I think people forget that when we're looking at ESG, there needs to be a business case. It's not just a nice thing to do. It's a nice thing to do because it's good business. And that's why I think ESG is definitely not dead. But I think when we look at those cases in the US, it's because of the lack of the business case. It has ended up in the PR department and the promotional department, as opposed to coming in and being something that is good for business.